Hey everyone, Brandon here from IDUP Hockey here in CCM's headquarters, joined with Audrey Malka, who's their Senior Product Manager of Protective. We've got the AS5 Pro shoulder pad line in front of us. So let's start off with that AS5 Pro. What's that fit profile like? And then who did you guys design this line for?
So our Tacks line is, as always, about a more physical type player that really wants to have maximum protection through coverage. But in this line, we've really integrated a lot of mobility because just because you want a more protective line, you don't want to sacrifice any of that mobility and range of motion. Hugely important in any style of play.
Totally. So what did you do to address the coverage and the mobility? Let's start off with that AS5 Pro.
Yeah. So as you can see, we've really redesigned our sternum and spine with this hybrid shield. That's actually a vent tech, so we've integrated a lot of ventilation. But this segmented base jacket is really where the mobility starts out. So as you can see, everything moves independently and really helps to keep that player being comfortable and mobile. And you have a lot of stretch paneling integrated as well all throughout with these floating arches, keeping protection close to the body and where it needs to be.
So everything, just can see it already, just maximizes flow, helping that player get a perfect range of motion with no gaps in protection.
Yeah, so speaking of gaps in protection, I mean, one of the key things, because it's all about max protection, we have this new adjustable, extendable bicep guard here. So key area where a lot of players get slashed in the upper arm, that little tender spot between the bicep and shoulder pad biceps. So we've got this piece here that you can lower down. You can extend by another inch and really bridge that gap between the bicep piece and your shoulder pad. So you're really, again, sandwiching all the pieces really nicely together. And we have a similar story over in the back with our Adapt Fit lower back panel. So this piece is now adjustable in height as well. And it really, as you can see, leaves a nice fit to join the spine of your pants in the AS5 Pro line as well.
Wonderful. So we hit mobility and we hit coverage. Now for protection, you got some elite level things going on here. So could you walk us through JDP and D3O and how that benefits the player?
So on our AS5 Pro, we actually have the dual core high density foam shoulder caps that are reinforced with D3O on the inside. And we have a new D3O frontal impact pod here that really helps protect from all angles. So if you're getting hit from the front, you also get that extra hit of protection with the D3O, helping to disperse that energy away from the joint of the shoulder. And then we have the D3O also in the sternum and in the spine at the back. So really in those key areas, again, where you're more tender and sensitive to potential pain from injury.
Totally. Man, this is the perfect shoulder pad for that player who battles anywhere on the ice.
You got it.
So let's move on down to the AS5. A ton of elite level protection here too, but at a much more affordable price. So yeah, what is this player going to receive in this package?
So here you're moving into a similar design in that you have a great base layer with a lot of mobility built in, and this new hybrid shield of the sternum and spine, vent tech, so great airflow throughout, just like at the top price point. And you see the floating arches here, keeping that mobility front and center. We also have D3O built into the key areas of the inside of the shoulder cap there, and what you have here, of course, are our JDP shoulder caps. So those are joint disbursement principle, which really helps to move the impact away from that shoulder joint and keeping the player nice and protected.
Totally. You're keeping a ton of features here still.
Yes.
Yeah, and then last but not least is that AS580. I mean, ton here too. Yeah, walk us through this protection package.
So at the 580, you're looking at a more traditional yet still very protective package. So you have the new hybrid sternum shield with vent tech technology and a great mobile-friendly design here that you can see is independent from the shields here. We also have the floating clavicle and shoulder blade protection, JDP shoulder caps, nice molded spine protection, and again, just a really rich looking product that has lots of high density foams built in for protection, that adjustable belly pad at the front, and of course adjustable biceps as well.
Awesome. I think we're going to see a lot of CCM players dishing out some big hits this year.
They'll be well protected doing so.
Awesome. Well, thanks for running us through that AS5 Pro shoulder pad line.
My pleasure.
And then for you at home, if you're looking to get your hands on one of these models, you can head over to icewarehouse.com.